Good morning, everyone. I'm pleased to advise that Parliament has just amended the Holidays Act and confirmed that next Thursday, the 22nd of September, will be a public holiday named the National Day of Mourning for Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. The public holiday will coincide with the Australian Memorial Service for the Queen on the same day, the 22nd of September, once the Prime Minister has returned to Australia. Prime Minister Albanese announced this on Sunday. However, public holiday declarations, of course, are the responsibility of states and territory. In Queensland, public holidays can only be declared amending the Holidays Act through the Parliament. This is the way public holidays have occurred and been declared in Queensland for a very long time. Trading hours on the day will be similar to the Australia Day public holiday, where supermarkets, cafes and retail venues will be able to open. We obviously had a smaller Parliament today so we could pass this urgent bill, and I'm pleased to say that we had cross-bench support, opposition support, and we will now be able to have a public holiday on Thursday in Queensland, the 22nd of September. And it was very good to be able to bring this legislation quickly to Parliament, and it was all over and done with in about 25 minutes. So it was very good that that has occurred.
Obviously went through so quickly. Have you seen legislation move through that fast?
Well, when you have agreement, we do have the ability for an urgency motion for it to be passed. It certainly wasn't controversial. There was cross-bench and opposition support in relation for this, and I think all Queenslanders would support the government's position that we supported the Prime Minister in declaring a public holiday on that day across the nation, and we've now put that in train.
Will elective surgery be able to go ahead?
Yes, I've got a statement from Health that says that obviously all Queenslanders requiring urgent care will always be prioritised. Our hospitals may need to consider rescheduling some non-urgent care on a case-by-case basis, particularly where the National Day of Mourning for Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II impacts workforce and patient availability. There may be some people who may not want to get their surgery done, and there may be some workers who may not be attending, so it'll be on a case-by-case basis. Every hospital will work to optimise continuation of surgical and outpatient services tailored around these impacts. Patients will be contacted directly if they are affected, and their care rescheduled at the earliest available opportunity. So I guess the message is that where they can, hospitals are hoping to operate as much as possible as normal, but obviously on a case-by-case basis, depending on the circumstances, there may be some changes.
Minister, some small businesses have been a bit concerned about the economic impact of this additional public holiday. Have you had any conversations with business groups or unions about the public holiday and that kind of impact it might have?
I have, and I think that all businesses are supportive, from my understanding, in relation to the public holiday. It will be a normal trading day public holiday, and obviously it is something that I think it's a once in 70-year event that has occurred, and I think the economics, you'll find, will be made up more than adequately with regards to the public holiday. It's not a great concern that has been expressed to me as Minister for Industrial Relations.
And just to clarify, when you say supermarkets and those kind of retailers and trade, does that include pubs and clubs and those kind of venues too?
Yes, it will be like an Australia Day public holiday, like an ECA public holiday, those kind of public holidays where trading is able to be conducted. We also made a minor amendment to the Industrial Relations Act, so industrial instruments will apply their obvious public holiday requirements in those instruments on the day as well. So it'll be added to industrial instruments as a one-off, so that industrial instruments will apply the public holiday entitlements on that day as well.
And is there going to be any particular events or anything that the state government's planning for that day?
I think that's a question that you would probably need to put to the Premier at this stage. I know that we will be channeling in to the Australian celebration. I think they are the major respectful protocol ones. It's the whole of Australia coming together. You don't want to clash, but I think other people will determine the manner in which they want to obviously celebrate the incredible dedicated life and service of Queen Elizabeth II.
And so just for those entitlements, so people meet their penalty rates?
Yes, they will. With that minor amendment, we've now included this public holiday in those industrial instruments.
I do have another question, Minister, about Queen's Walk. Destination Brisbane has quietly unveiled a major milestone, the first section of the Sky Deck. Is this exciting for the development?
Oh, look, this is an incredible infrastructure project in the heart of my electorate in the Brisbane city. It's looking fantastic. We see it every day from our building, and congratulations to them. I know that they are wanting to open this to the public as soon as possible, and it is exciting. It's going to transform the inner city of Brisbane. It's an amazing project, and I'm looking forward to its completion when it finally finishes and opens up.
In the wake of those damning findings about Star Casino in New South Wales, are there any concerns over the potential development here that you know?
Look, I think that obviously they're two separate things. A development is a development, and I think that's exciting for Brisbane. I think the findings of the Bell inquiry and plus any findings from the Queensland State inquiry, they are issues that we'll work through, of course, and any implications will be done at that level. So they're at the moment all being sorted through, and I know the Attorney General has got a keen eye on it, and that we are also conducting our own inquiry in Queensland.
Just on another issue, how is the department going with classroom ventilation assessments to reduce COVID transmission?
Oh, look, I think we've always had an expert panel who's done an excellent job with regards to ventilation. We've taken their advice where we've needed to include air purifiers. We have. We're in a unique position here in Queensland where we've air conditioned every single school. So it's a bit different to down south, and I'm comfortable that if there are issues, the department is right onto them and will solve them as soon as possible.
So do individual schools, is every school being assessed across the state?
I don't think every school in any jurisdiction across Australia has been fully assessed by any jurisdiction. We are in the best position possible across the nation, and we are ensuring the safety of it. And you can tell we've kept Queenslanders safe. Our schools have been open. Compare that to the Philippines that only just opened 2 weeks ago, after the February COVID hit that country, and 27 million students were not able to attend school during the past 2 years and a bit. We've done an incredible job in Queensland. We're very proud, and we've kept as safe as we possibly could all Queenslanders, including our schools. I'm very proud. As Education Minister, we've lost minimal days to school.
Minister, should the Cross River Trail be renamed in honour of Queen?
I think the LNP have let themselves down with this, and particularly Jared Blay. I mean, now is not the time. And we're in the black pen. We're in 2 weeks of mourning. And I think that we should pay respect and not let ourselves down. I make no comment at the moment. And if the LNP want to use this for partisan opportunism to harvest data, they've let themselves down, and in particular the Deputy Leader of the Opposition, in my view.
On another matter, the Housing Summit Roundtable is happening tomorrow. The opposition is saying they haven't yet been invited to that roundtable or to that event. Do you think they should be there, or they should get an invite to the table there and have a seat at the table to discuss those serious issues?
Look, that's being coordinated by the Premier, and I think we've got some very outstanding people on the round table. It's a precursor to the summit, and I think that it's being conducted in the proper way. We know that we have issues around housing, not just here, not just Australia as a whole, but the whole world, and I think the Premier has acted quickly with the round table. We need to get those issues on the table to then be discussed at the summit.
Do you think it's important the opposition gets an invite? Do you care?
I think the Premier will make a call on that and have the people that she requires and the Deputy Leader requires and the Minister requires to get the issues on the table, and then we can have the summit after that.
And on the issue of housing, do you think there should be more onus on councils? I understand the Deputy Premier has written to the Redland City Council advising them to go to the land town plan. Do you think that the council should bear more responsibility?
Absolutely, I do agree with that. This can't be just all on the shoulders of the state government. We provide housing for those in need, and there are certain qualifications that they need to obviously be able to meet in order to qualify for social housing. I think this is all hands on deck. That's what the round table is about, and that's what the summit is about as well. We can't leave any stone unturned. I think every tier of government has a responsibility as well, and working together we can achieve a great outcome. Working singly, it's not going to happen. That's what the round table is. That's how our Premier works. She brings the parties together in a collaborative way, and that's what the summit will be about.
Thanks, Gary. Thank you.
Thank you very much.